the narrative around dancehall music is limited to certain songs should not be played.
No, my boss. No, stop that. Preacher, you just a rant and a talk nonsense, my boss. Hold on, my time.
Hey, morning to you.
Yeah.
Enough sports are going for you.
Program started this morning.
Why?
West Indies teeth kick out, lick out, clean.
But is that news?
Yes. Yes.
Hasn't that been happening?
Yeah, but the World Cup.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? You did say that the last time. You said you cannot imagine a World Cup without West Indies.
With these little...
Remember, you did say that.
It's not. Australia knocked you out, you know.
Yeah. Over to you.
Big up. Bang, 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 boom. All right, obviously. Fun Style Friday. It is, but we have tried. But West Indies. West Indies are the worst. Proven to be the worst. West Indies bows out of the World T20. After defeats to Ireland and Scotland. Obviously, them lost though. It was a do-or-die game last night. Winner-go-home game last night versus Ireland. Ireland just breezed it off. West Indies make 146, struggling. Not 50 overs, and Ireland breezed it off with 15, almost 3 overs to go. 15 deliveries to go. Obviously, call a nation out there, a sports exposure, we have a lot to say about this. But, let me say this. You see the nature of the defeat? The nature of the defeat to me, it was emphatic. Ireland outclassed the West Indies. West Indies look like actually the worst team in this group. Remember, this is a qualifying group, you know. They lost to Scotland, who also gone home, you know. So West Indies gone home with the team. We're upset. Well, it's upset because that. But I am saying that the nature of the defeat, though. First of all, Ireland, they restricted us to 146. Our batters couldn't get going except for Brandon King, who had another half century, carried the team again. Nobody else could have get going. And I don't know if this is even about rotating strike and getting singles. I don't think even that. It's just that we were so inept in everything where we are tried. I don't know, we just look out of class, we just embarrassed. Yeah? And they know the way how Ireland breeze off the local score with this day. And it's like, if I did 200 we make, they would have breezed it off easy. We just look like the worst team in the group. By the way, Zimbabwe won and actually top the group. They beat Scotland to actually top the group. And if you remember the game against Zimbabwe, barely escaped, you know. Zimbabwe lost a cluster of wickets, that's why they lose a match. They were on their way for breeze off the local score we make. And of course, the captaincy of Nicholas Poran was awful. Never helped our cause. I have come to the conclusion, you know, say them bowling change and the order of doing things when we in the field. It programmed from the dressing room. Nicholas Poran look like a headless chicken. He don't know him foot from him head when he out there captain. We make a little mediocre score, a below par score. And before you come out with all guns blazing with the best bowlers to try push back Ireland. Him start with Obed McCoy and then him go for Akilo Sane. Alzari Joseph has been by far our best bowler so far. Jason Holder has been impressive. And him go for Obed McCoy. They must have planned that from last night, you know. So no situational cricket no play again, you know. Him come with a script in his pocket and at the break him this one just take out the script and look on the script and say, all right, McCoy from that end and Hussein from this end. No consideration, say, your best and most penetrative and most effective bowlers have been your two seamers. Alzari Joseph and Jason Holder. I don't know. And then again, just looking at the magnitude and the nature of the feat. You wonder if him did bowl. But you might forget criticism feat. Because the fact of the matter is, when you go away, when you try something out of the box like that, right? And the Irish get off to a flyer. That's it right there, so you know. We never looked like we were ever going to get back into the game. It's 1 wicket Ireland lose. I think 1 wicket Ireland lose, you know. And people, like I predicted, Remember, they said from the start of the tournament, say, Jerome, them big bat, Raymond Reefer, and Shendal Cottrell, and Carrier. The three men where I feel shouldn't go over there. See, Cottrell wasn't playing no cricket. We have Obed Makar, we have got players at left arm pace. Raymond Reefer can't play cricket. And Carrier never play a T20 cricket, T20 game. He never even in a CPL play a T20. Them man should go to the tournament. And like I predicted, those guys went over there, never played a match and West Indies come back home. Never played a match in the World Cup and I come back home. Me not tell you no. I remember when Ronaldo Brown tell me about Raymond Reefer have to go because he make runs on CPL. Me said that not going to play a match over there, you know, my boss. Me bet, in fact, Ronaldo Brown, you have some money for me. Can me bet him. So Raymond Reefer is not going to play a match and West is going to get eliminated. The man, there was a waste space them carry. So when we start struggle, when we lost to Scotland and all them something, our options were limited from the selection. Desmond Hayes and Phil Simmons, them don't know nothing about T20 cricket, you know. They are ignoramuses to T20 cricket, you know. I said it on TV the other night. People like Desmond Hayes and Phil Simmons and a whole bunch of people, the older heads around West Indies cricket, they were these people have condemned T20 cricket, you know. They cannot coach it and they cannot select it. They don't understand the game of T20 cricket. Anyway. Question people. Out of Lakers and West Indies, which one worse? Out of the Los Angeles Lakers and the West Indies, which one of them worse? That is a tough one. It's a tough one. Lakers went down to the Clippers yesterday. It looked like it's going to be a miserable season for Lakers fans. That Lakers team, after the first game, they come and tell us them not going to challenge for the title. That team don't look like them going to challenge for a playoff spot. The team not good, none at all, people. The team cannot score. If LeBron James or AD don't get the ball out of the bucket, nobody cannot score. Russell Westbrook go for something like, let me look at the score card. I think when Russell Westbrook was being substituted in the fourth quarter, it was something like none of 12, you know. Well, hold on, let me look. 0 from 5 from the 3-point line, I think. And 0 field goals from about 11 attempts. That is the Lakers' third option as a scorer, you know. Russell Westbrook, you know. Let me go for NBA scores and just look at it. No, man, it's awful, man. Some people the question this morning, Lakers or West Indies, which one worse? All right. It's Full Style Friday, so I'm not going to talk too long. I just to mention that Steven Gerrard has been fired as the coach of Aston Villa. Can't say I'm surprised. I remember yesterday after the Fulham game, I said to one of my colleagues up there, Christopher Scott, who basically in the seat where Simon Preston used to be, which is adjacent to where I am. I said to Scott, say, say Steven Gerrard under pressure, no, remember get fired, you know. This was like immediately after the game, you know. When I asked him what is scoring at the Aston Villa game, and him tell me 3-0, I said, Gerrard, I'll get fired, you know. And we did not, him get red card too. Okay. Okay. I never watch a game. I saw the highlights last night, and Mink scored the home goal. Yeah, man. And I just thought to myself, Gerrard not inspiring this team at all, my boss. I don't know. Him look out of sorts. I don't know. The team hot and cold. He just seem to have a whole lot of ideas. I just thought that he was on point to get fired. And so said, so done. As Mr. said to Chris Scott, as the game was finished, and within an hour, the same Chris Scott called me and said, them fire Gerrard, you know. He said, I don't tell him, man. Ah, boy. All right, guess what, people? The Jamaica Premier League starts this weekend, you know, this Sunday. I understand, double headers at Jacks Hall and double headers in the jungle. Tony Spallings Complex, and of course, I think one game at, where is it? Veer United. I think so. Yeah, it's a little bit soft, but the JPS starts this weekend. So look out for that. I assume the television coverage will be same place via the Digicel Sportsmax app. I assume. Yeah? And what else we need to mention? Big Mac. My good friend Big Mac, Howard McIntosh. He will be 75 tomorrow. Big Mac, me know you'd say we mustn't tell him your age, but you're going young and you look young, but you're not quite young. Big Mac will be 75 tomorrow, people. So he's getting closer. A joke. Big Mac not so old. Him act old. You know some people will act old? Yeah, but Big Mac is not that old. But happy Earth Strong tomorrow when it comes, Big Mac. Big up yourself. All right. We're going for a quick break and then we'll talk some more. Soon come back. Sports Exposure. Welcome back to the Sports Explosion. All right, before we go over to the calls and the text line, just to remind you that just an update on the Cristiano Ronaldo situation at Manchester United. News emerging now is that Erik ten Hag, he has confirmed that Cristiano Ronaldo failed. He refused to come on as a substitute against Tottenham Hotspur. Man run with the man when the man tried to put him on as a substitute. This was obviously before him storm off of the bench and walk going to the change room before the game was done. So, and obviously now he's out of the squad to face Chelsea this weekend. So Ten Hag is managing the situation. Eh? So the man, things are get worse with Cristiano Ronaldo. You know? He failed. The man tried to put him on as a substitute and he refused to come on as a substitute. And there's another aspect of it. He released a statement. He put up a statement. I'm not trying to find a statement. Bang, 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 bang. Apparently, it was somehow, I guess people thought it was going to be an apology. We had to look for his statement to read it, you know, as I speak. People expected it would be an apology, but him just put out something. No, I can't find it. When I find it, I read it, people. But this Christian situation is awful. And he also jumped into his car and left the stadium. You know? Eh? So it's not like him in the dressing room and wait for the team. You know, him jump in his car and drive out. You know? Yeah, he did it already at Man U.
I remember him and McTominay did it.
Oh, you mama? I never realized that. All right. Harry Potter, his birthday is Sunday too. So big up Harry Potter. And guess who Harry Potter share a birthday with? The great King Pele, man. Eh? Potter. Oh, you can't play ball, Potter. You have a birthday with Pele, my boss. Big up Harry Potter, Mr. Uppy himself. All right, 920-2053, 920-6441. We take your calls. After the break, we're going for... I have the statement. Let me have the statement. Let me read the statement. This is Cristiano. I've always done throughout my career. Cristiano. I try to live and play respectfully towards my colleagues, my adversaries, and my coaches. That hasn't changed. I haven't changed. I am the same person and the same professional that I've been for the last 20 years, playing elite football, and respect has always played a very important role in my decision-making process. I started very young. The older and most experienced players' examples were always very important to me. Therefore, later on, I've always tried to set the example myself for the youngsters that grew up in the teams I've represented. Unfortunately, it's not always possible, and sometimes the heat of the moment gets the best of us. Right now, I just feel that I have to keep working hard in Carrington, support my teammates, and be ready for everything in any given game. Giving to the pressure is not an option. It never was. This is Manchester United, and United must stand. Soon we will be together again. So there's no apology there. One bag of boom, and no apology. Christy, boy, I tell you, you spoil the thing in your old age, you know, my boss. Man, I spoil the thing in your old age, brother. Yeah, man, just kind of go get a little ego treatment, my boss, and just humble yourself and realize, age will catch up with you, and you're not the player you used to be. Even if you're there in your mind, you can't execute the way you used to execute. Just, it's a hard thing, you know. I hope at least grapple with it, you know. You understand me? Anyway, 920-2053, 920-6441, 878-0120. Lots to talk about. Yeah, did I leave out anything? Maybe I did. But just check in. Check in and just remind me. All right, we're going for a quick break. We just go straight to the calls. Nicholas is online. Nicholas, morning.
I'm going Tracy.
Where me there? See your baller where you have to beat her. You beat Mbappe.
I'm not beat him, man.
Ronaldo you have to beat.
What me I say, we need to change the West Indies song from Rally to Runway, man.
Run with the West Indies. Run away the West Indies.
You don't understand, you know.
We like that.
Yeah, play how much T20, right?
Mm.
So you tell me, say, you man, take out the script. All right, the script and I'll me just think for my foot. You tell me, say, they can't do that?
What? They look like a team without leadership, my boss. Them not good, yeah, per se, but they're also, in addition to that, they look like a team without leadership. Poor and look like it's Phil Simmons that tell him what to do before him come on the field.
And that me understand. Better they did to just give Ravman Paul the captain.
Yeah, so it look to me. You don't look like him a think while him a captain the team.
I feel like for me, you have so much hope now.
Yeah.
You did that hope with that the idiot there.
Who that? Who you call idiot now?
The man who don't know if he play cricket.
Kyle Mears.
Oh, geez.
In fairness, Kyle Mears did look good. Kyle Mears did look good when the build up to the World Cup, but from him go around the World Cup, him don't do a thing, my boss.
Oh, Jesus.
This West Indies T20 team, Mr. Nicholas, it remind me of when the Reggae Boys going at the World Cup qualification. We never have a second team and them don't know what to do. They might try to feel them way during the World Cup qualifying. During the T20. Same thing.
I better say, just the people are hypocrites. I mean, just say Clive like them, and the Jeff Dujan and the mate Jason and the mates of them are them. You're not going to hear nothing for them, you know.
Me I listen to Ian Bishop yesterday. Hey, me don't like listen to Ian Bishop, you know, people. No, he's such an apologist for West Indies. Yesterday when the thing will go down, and West Indies are lose, and get them teeth lick out clean. All him depend is how good Ireland are playing now. Yeah, plus because him don't want to be critical of poor. All him depend how brilliant Ireland. When his co-commentator literally asked him, Bishop, what do you think of this West Indies performance? Because obviously he's a West Indian commentator, so he want a West Indian perspective. All Bishop depend is how good Ireland are playing. Me don't like Ian Bishop. I'm not a fan of Ian Bishop. And it's not, no.
So what's happening now with Tracy? So you tell me no hit now go well?
Why I think somebody should get fired, my boss. Somebody should get fired.
Ricky, you tell me scared just to go sit down comfortable so and nobody now make no noise on you.
No, sir, somebody forget fired, man. This is disgraceful, you know, brother. It's Ireland and Scotland and Zimbabwe we are playing against them.
Exactly.
It's not Australia and England, you know, my boss. No.
Why me not know? They man give me headache here, man.
On principle, somebody need to more than one person need to get fired. Whether it's the selectors, the bowling coach, the batting coach, all them man, it's false pretense, man, they collect money under, you know, brother.
We are going to find out in a trace. We are going to find out and see if I we know.
Because there's no improvement. There's no improvement. There are no changes as we go along. Everything just proceed the same way.
I tell you. All right, but CR7, let me tell you the problem, you see? CR7, you know, you sit down, like you sit down in our stand, you see?
Yeah.
I watch a football game. You done 3-0. I say nothing not going to happen. Nothing not change. The man them not play good enough, so nothing not change.
Right, you just take that
see that reach Ronaldo, you know, he sit down on it when he play, and he not do nothing, they win. When he not play, they still manage to win. So when him did you know, and I look, it's like his mentality, I say, me are the best, you know, me can still do it. But when you look on his field now, it just all in your face. You know, when somebody boxing in your face, you like a turn up and take it.
Yeah. When I know seminar real trouble is when I watch him at the Europa game the other day. When him try desperately to score. The man try everything to score. All the players them work with him and give him the ball and him just look off the pace.
Man, so done so fast, you know, man. Me see man get the ball now, but this man turn or something. You
Defender take it away.
Defender take it away.
No, you only a shot, man.
I think to myself, fine, you have a strong mentality, a winning mentality, alright, that's good. But no matter what your mentality be, you know, Tracy, you know go reverse the clock, you know.
No, man, I think too many great sportsmen fail to understand the process, them, boss.
And that's why I tell you today, I got to compare with Messi. You know why? I don't like compare them because they are two different players, you know.
Yeah.
But you realize Messi knows he can't run past Steve again like when he used to.
Right, him do it less now.
You know, you know.
Yeah, I pick the pass, man, I play the 1-2 pass them now.
PSG and he got PSG, you realize that him can't go be the man at PSG.
Yeah, defer.
So you see what he do? He defer. I used to say him create havoc same way. Right? What me say with Ronaldo now? The man you have a coach for love first. You do want to live in the summer. We know saying you want to live in the summer. So this thing what me say them for sure. Respect to Ronaldo and say, you man you want to run the team when the team beat down. So I know that the thing there. But me I say no. You realize that this coach is a Christian man. I'm here, so the coach come out yesterday and have a press conference, you know.
Tenak?
Who's, you know?
Eh?
Mr. Ronaldo refused to come on, you know.
Yeah, man, me just mention it a while ago.
So,
that make it worse. That make it worse, you know.
So you tell me, say, if you not start and your team are win, you not celebrate with your team just because you not go on. So,
and your team win the game.
So
and your team win the game. No,
so what that? You need to remember, say, Cristiano Ronaldo is a big personality and the young baller, they, you know, look up to him, you know. The last thing Eric Ten Hag wants is another distraction, because he get studies as such man fired, you know, because them did coward.
But me get the impression that this coach have it under control, you know.
But the man know he want Tracy.
Yeah, man, me get the impression. You know, see him just drop him out of the squad. No bag along argument. Just drop him out of the squad. Yeah. Don't travel with the squad. Him not traveling with the squad for the Chelsea game this weekend.
Portugal team, you know. You know, say, if, you know, I think they make it all about him in the Portugal team. Because I feel some going to mash up to, you know. When him a play, you know, the coach like play, him and Joe Felix together, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe Felix a ball line, I mean, not because in the Atletico Madrid a stifling career. Now a bad ball line, Tracy.
Ronaldo has to be a role player in the Portugal team as well. He has to be.
But knowing him a go do that?
His ego won't allow him. That's why I tell somebody, say, I'm going to mash up the Portugal team as well. And he's a good solid set of players Portugal around. But Nicholas, we'll take another one. Big up yourself, my boss. Enjoy your weekend. All right. Well, preacher.
Hey, top of the morning.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
Top of the morning. Give thanks, man. Give thanks. Two quick things. I'm not going to take up a whole heap of time.
Yes.
The first one are the cricket.
Yeah.
The team, obviously, not the greatest team in the history of world T20 cricket.
You're being kind to them.
Yeah, but guess what now? Playing against these teams, Scotland, Ireland, and Zimbabwe,
yes,
them when I should have beat them teams.
Obviously.
So even though from a quality standpoint, generally speaking, yes, not the best quality. But against these teams, we have more quality.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so sir. It's obvious that we're going to this tournament, taking this qualification period lightly, not preparing ourselves in the best way to beat them.
West Indies had a lot of games, you know. They had a lot of games building up to the tournament.
They played a lot of games. But what is obvious is they were not making the kind of adjustment as that competition was going on. The first match you lose,
yes,
you still go back with Kyle Mears as an opening bowler. You still go back with Kyle Mears opening the batting. All of that. You don't make no adjustment. You don't make no real adjustment. So I forgot to look for the management and the coaching and everything around this thing.
The whole shebang. Yeah.
All right, but now I'm going to spend much more time on that. Now I'm over.
Yeah.
See? I know say you're a man who wouldn't want ear on your radio. You drive with your daughter. You wouldn't want ear on your radio. A man sing say girls to get raped on them.
Yeah, I agree. So I agree with it. I agree with the broadcast commission, but you know.
Good. Yeah. Second thing now. See? I can't recall any legislation, any major crime fighting approach that involves stymieing dancehall music. And I've been around a long time, right? The only thing I can remember is certain songs are not allowed to be played on free-to-air radio.
Right, and at one point they banned music off the public transportation as well.
Right, because it was a public.
I think more than one point. They did it more than once.
Had access to it, and children depend on it.
Right.
People, anybody.
All of that is understandable.
So the idea that persons are making the music a scapegoat for crime is really not true.
No man, you're not following the narrative, preacher, man.
What is the
There's
narrative?
a notion about, my boss, that music, the dancehall music is a major contributory factor to the high level of violent crime in Jamaica. Don't tell me you never hear that.
Who says the word major?
Don't tell me say you never hear that, man.
No, may I ask you.
Then if you know major, why them make so much noise about it?
The word major changes the dynamic of any conversation.
No.
So if you tell me who the people are who are saying major, then we can go do my research and then we call
all right. Let us say no one said major.
Yes.
But based on the level of discussions, the level of discourse, the level of the actions that have been taken.
What action?
Well, the ban in music, the ban dancehall music off of free-to-air radio.
Nobody no ban dancehall music off.
Do you may say they ban certain the kind of dancehall music we are talking?
You work in a media, you know, so you're a man closer to the thing than we are.
Yeah, man, it's not dancehall across the board, man. They ban violent lyrics promoting illegal and illicit activity.
The use of Mali.
Yeah, man.
That promotes scamming.
Yeah, man, and violence.
All right, good.
Right.
So I'm saying to you,
right.
You are in agreement with that.
Yes, sir.
Generally speaking.
Right. What I'm in disagreement with is the notion about that music is a major contributory factor to people.
Who are the people making that argument in the public space?
You've never heard it being made?
No, I'm asking you because you obviously hear it. So may I ask you for
No, you have never heard it.
No, nobody has ever said.
Nobody ever. You've never heard this. You've never heard the assertion that music, that dancehall music, and especially the kind where we are talking about, is a contributory factor to violence and.
You have said you have changed the term now.
Major.
No, I've never heard anybody say I'm major.
You ever hear them call it minor?
You want me? But I don't have to say.
You ever hear them call it minor?
I don't have to say it is minor.
And then you don't have.
I don't have to say something is minor to say it's not major, you know. You know that. But if I say it is major, I'm clearly saying it is not minor. Now watch me now. This is what I have heard. I've heard that music and dancehall music can influence behavior. I've heard that certain songs promote and glorify a certain type of behavior. I've heard that on free-to-air radio, it is not allowed for certain kind of music to be played because free-to-air is public access radio.
Yes, sir.
Right? I've heard that the music, right, is both a reflection of the society and the society can also be a reflection of its music. I've heard
which one of them do you believe?
I believe
which
both.
one of them you believe makes sense?
I believe both.
So you believe the music come before the things we have in our society?
All right, let me show you how both are true. Let me show you how both are true now. Let me show you how both are true. When I would sing about certain things like injustice and unfairness, you must sing about what I'm seeing in the society. Not true?
Every single song is about what I'm seeing in the society.
All right, good. When an artist come out and say, "Let go the bird," he's not sing about what they in the society. The artist is.
No, but none of them kind of song we talk about, preacher.
Man, let me explain, no man.
But none of them kind of song we talk about.
But you know, allow me to explain. You kill me argument before you allow me.
Well, yeah, sometimes you have to.
No way, you need to allow me. So when the artist put out a concept out there, and the whole society run with the concept, see?
Like Lego the Bird?
It's not the society that is influencing the
Like Lego the Bird?
But then, I will influence...
No, man, but in fairness to the discussion...
Lego the Bird is being done, not because the society was dancing to it.
But preacher, you're being disingenuous now.
No, I'm not being disingenuous.
Yeah, because you just steered me back on course to remind me that we're speaking about a particular kind of dancehall music.
Let me go to another particular type.
Good, sir.
No, but the first thing is, the society is influenced by music, and music influences the society. Both things are symbiotic. See? That's the first thing. The next thing now, let's go to a certain type of music. Let's establish the general before we go to the specific. Now let's go to a certain type of music. The use of Mali in Jamaica is not something that is widespread. Right? It might be concentrated in small pockets in the society. But when an artist is heard, on a popular artist among young people, is heard on the radio, glorifying the use of Mali, celebrating the use of Mali in his music, right? That song, that kind of lyric, has the potential to influence those who are followers of that particular artist to imbibe or take Mali. That is a logical reasoning.
What about ganja? You think? Hold on. You have more songs. have more songs that glorify the use of Molly or that glorify the smoking of ganja?
The same applies, my boss.
No, man, me just ask you if you have more. Me ask you a specific question. You know, hold on, preacher, man. Me the two we talk, man. Let me the two we talk, man.
All right, go on.
Do we have more songs glorifying the use of marijuana or glorifying the use of Molly?
You have more songs that glorify the use of marijuana in Jamaica because marijuana is indigenous to Jamaica. Molly is not an indigenous drug to Jamaica.
Also, Molly, because it's indigenous.
Hold on, man. Nobody not do that. Make a reason, man.
All right.
The marijuana, the history of Jamaica, marijuana was treated as a drug. People got charged for the use of marijuana.
Man, get them head bust off a man. Man, all dead for smoke ganja, my boss.
Yes, the Rastafarian community has been known to be a champion of the cause of marijuana.
Yeah, you don't put Molly and marijuana in the same category as a use, as a drug?
No. If you're asking me it from a conversation around music, I will say yes. If you're asking me from a conversation around a medicinal standpoint, I would say no. See? So, when marijuana was not a legal substance in Jamaica, there was a plethora of songs that was championing the cause of marijuana.
Them songs are still a met, man.
Well, these songs were not given free to air time.
Oh,
yes. Legalized, it was not being played on radio.
That's a one, man. You don't know about it.
When people, when others were championing the cause of marijuana, and marijuana was an illegal drug in Jamaica.
You don't still play high grade. You don't still play Tony Curtis high grade. Them songs are not banned, my boss.
I never said those songs are to be banned, you know. I never said a song that says high grade is running through my head should be banned, you know.
Right.
I never said.
But why you want the one where say Molly ban? And the two drug by and large are in the same category. There's a generational bias towards or something, you know, my boss.
Is Molly a legal drug in Jamaica?
Eh? No, man, but when No.
Is raping legal in Jamaica?
Raping come that thing we are talking about Molly and ganja, my boss.
If I come out and say woman get raped, you would have a problem.
No, but hold on a preacher, man. Hold on a preacher, man. I am saying hold on, my boss. Hold on, man. When I grade a paper rate of 20, 30, 40 years now. Ganja just get decriminalized how long ago? 2 years ago. So don't come here with this dishonesty, my boss.
Stop it.
Ganja just get decriminalized the other day, my boss.
Some songs about marijuana were not being played on radio.
Boss, me say, what?
That is a fact. But do your research.
What you mean they may have a DJ sitting down we have a DJ sitting down with me with 20 or 30 years experience, you know, my boss.
The first thing...
I mean, just ask the man if them song that they ban and the man... What?
So, all right, so your essence of your argument is
there's a tinge of hypocrisy.
Your argument is a what about is it?
No,
you're taking.
No, my argument... that there's a tinge of... there's a tinge of hypocrisy about what is happening.
You agree with the Broadcasting Commission.
Yes, man.
You agree.
Yes, man.
You're not disagreeing that certain things should not be played on radio.
No, I'm not.
Right.
But I'm also pointing an inherent
argument. The other part of your argument is that dancehall music is being scapegoated for crime.
Yes,
because
sir.
People are saying dancehall music.
That's my general argument about this thing.
To you, there is no legislation.
But you don't have to be scapegoated by legislation, preacher. It can be scapegoated by narrative, you know, my boss.
Hold on. The narrative around dancehall music is limited to certain songs should not be played.
No, my boss. No, stop that. Preacher, you just a rant and a talk nonsense, my boss. Hold on, it's my time for talk now. It's my time for talk now. No, man, you've been ranting on, my boss. Give me a chance to say something.
You agree, say the thing for ban. But
I do. But my argument is, there's a narrative abound, and not even your denial can change that, my boss. There is a narrative abound, my boss, that certain kind of dancehall music is a major contributor to crime and violence in Jamaica.
Who are the proponents of this narrative? Who are they? Where are they?
Preacher, are you a literal preacher, my boss?
Yes, I do.
So you're not going to come tell a lie then?
I'm not lying.
So you going to come here and tell me, say, you don't hear nobody in a Jamaica. See? I make the case that dancehall music is a major contributor to crime in Jamaica.
I do not.
That is what you're going to come here and tell me as a preacher, my boss.
I'm going to answer your question.
Yes.
I do not hear most people.
You have never heard it?
You want me to answer here?
No, you've never heard it.
You want me to answer here?
Yeah, go ahead. Answer.
I do not hear most people in Jamaica carrying a narrative that dancehall music is a major or the main contributor to crime and violence. I hear most people in Jamaica saying that certain types of dancehall music should not be played on free-to-air radio because it does not send a good message.
No,
That's
man.
what I'm hearing.
No, man. Hold on, preacher. Hold on, preacher, man.
You asked me all of the questions.
No, man, they don't answer me a while ago, my boss. So you're trying to be smart about this. So you have never heard anyone then. You've never heard the narrative.
If one or two persons say a thing,
Okay, so you have heard the narrative. So you have heard the narrative then. So you have heard the narrative then.
We could talk sports then.
No, man, so you have heard the narrative then.
We could talk sports.
You have heard the narrative.
Don't you hear people out there saying that you chat rubbish on the radio?
Yes, man.
So we should accept that as true because some people say
no, man.
No.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
People
all right. But preacher, I don't know where your circles there, my boss. But your circles is not gospel, you know. I am saying to you, my boss. Preacher, I don't know if you argue with a convenience to try to win an argument.
No, I don't do that.
But there's a huge and significant notion out there in Jamaica, my boss.
Huge and significant.
Yes, sir.
Measurable things.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you to point me to one source. One source. One source that I can go where I'll find a narrative that says dancehall music is the major contributor.
So nobody not making that case then?
Because people make the case, it don't mean that most people are making that case.
Well, you believe it's a major contributor?
No.
Okay, you don't. All right,
no,
I don't. I don't even say no.
I don't. But okay. You cannot be on.
All right, what are you hear? All right, let me ask you another question.
No, my time to say something.
All right.
You cannot be on radio saying that there is a narrative out there that is being carried that dancehall is a major contributor.
But there is. There is.
Well, I am asking you to point me to a source, and you can't point me to no source. But you are saying it is a narrative that is. So it's a figment of my imagination then. Hear me. I'm not going to end the conversation with this because other people are whole. Hear me now. Hear me clearly.
Yes.
If a few people in a society are making an argument, it doesn't mean that is the argument that the society is making. If a majority of people in a society hold something to be true, it means that is an argument that the society.
How you going to know? How you going to measure the majority or the minority with something like this?
I am not the one on the radio saying that.
How you going to measure it?
You are the one.
No. But did I give you a proportion, my boss? Are people saying so? I am saying there's a narrative out there, my boss. Are you denying that there's such a narrative out there?
You are on the radio, public platform, saying that dancehall music is being scapegoated for crime.
But it is. It is by the narrative out there.
I'm saying to you,
yes.
You cannot say that dancehall music is being scapegoated
for crime. Preacher, you think it's no
evidence?
You think
you have no evidence that the institutions and a large part of the society believes that dancehall music is the main cause of crime in Jamaica.
You do a survey if you know how many people think it's a main cause of crime in Jamaica.
Have you done one?
No, but I not officially.
Have you done one?
Not officially.
No, you have done none.
Not officially.
I have not done one.
But by my interactions, most of the people I talk to.
How many people have you interacted with the 3 million people in Jamaica?
What?
Out of the 3 million people
remember
in Jamaica,
remember me the public radio too.
No, I'm asking you how many you interact with out of the 3 million.
You want me to give you a number?
No, but you say you have done an unofficial one. So
yeah, man. Then if it's even the 30 people, but if it's even the 30 people who call the show, that's an interaction, you know.
Yes.
That's a sample. That's a sample, you know.
And if I preach to 500 people in my
congregation, that's a sample, you know.
If I engage 500 people in my congregation, that's a sample too.
Yes.
Yes.
They don't sample that.
Hold on. So you and I have samples.
Right. But
so
you're... Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
When the sample size is too small for us to make any general conclusion, we cannot come on national radio.
How you determine if the sample size is too small?
We cannot come on national radio and say...
All right. So, hold on. So the long and short of your argument is that the majority of Jamaicans don't think that dancehall is a major contributory factor to crime.
Majority of dancehall people. Jamaicans don't believe dancehall is a major contributor.
Based on what?
The majority of...
Based on what when you say that?
Based on the fact that majority of people in Jamaica continue to celebrate and support dancehall music as their music. Based on that. You know what most people think is a contributor to crime in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Politics.
So people, yeah, but I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what most people think. Most people think dancehall music.
But you hear, hold on, how many people you hear beating down politics? Hold on, preacher. How many people you hear in the public sphere are beat on politics as a major cause of crime in Jamaica?
Most people beat down politics in them veranda conversation.
Oh, I said in the public sphere. I said in the public sphere, my boss.
Listen,
in the public sphere.
People call Cliff Hughes. People call all kind of...
And you hear them say politics is a cause of crime in Jamaica?
Of course. And them give the genesis of it from the 1970s, from Siaga and Manley, PNP and GLP, them give the genesis. Yes. Very few people in Jamaica call radio stations and say dancehall music is the major contributor to crime.
All right, man.
All right. Public figure, you know.
All right.
You could be a national hero.
I don't know where your circles in, my boss. But
you could be awarded for sports journalism in Jamaica. You know? Don't come from radio.
No, man. You don't know what going on. Preacher, you don't know what going on in Jamaica, my boss.
God bless you, my brother. God bless you, my
brother. All right, my boss. Go for a quick All right, welcome back to the Sports Explosion. We're live on his 92 FM. Somebody just sent something to me. Said to remind Preacher that when Don Anderson does his polls, he speaks to 1,000 people, and it's presented up as this is what Jamaica thinks. You get me? 1,000 people or 1,200 people, and that is presented as a true reflection of what Jamaica thinks of on a particular issue. Interesting. Stero King, no Error King.
Cheers, good morning.
Good morning, my boss.
This is a big up pioneer. Realize I'm going to roast my roast chicken, my credit enough. I'm a big up pioneer, you know.
Yeah.
Your credit have enough.
Yeah.
So you can wait to preach at about 100 minutes. Then you go for a break. So big up pioneer every time. Right, you know, all the thing we have discussed.
Yeah.
Big football and cricket. All right. Cristiano Ronaldo, no. Touch piece of that. Cristiano Ronaldo, I rate him over Messi. Cristiano in prime, giving him over Messi.
Yeah.
But when Cristiano going with a foolishness. And you know why I'm disappointed? Because I like the team are lose and you have to that way. Yeah. The team are win. You get me, I say?
Yeah, man.
And when you look on it, I think Manchester United to get a toops of blame too.
A what?
Blame? A toops, yeah. You know why?
Yeah.
The man want to leave in the summer and he hold on for him.
Yeah.
So the ball want to leave, just make him go on.
Yeah.
But when the ball want to leave and you hold on for him, that's the same kind of problem you have to face.
You
get me, I say? Yes. So don't care how big and mighty the name you have at the brand, where Cristiano Ronaldo want to be, he want to leave, make him go on. And the man run down the Champions League glory, so make him go on. Manchester United should not have made man there. So every time you say link with that Chelsea do what? No want him on that bridge.
The owner must say want him to sell some.
No, that problem.
Sell some jersey.
No, sir. Bring back his Nazar. We sell some jersey. They want to sell jersey. The first thing him come at the bridge, he go on demand in goal of content number 7. We not work them way there. You get me, I say? So I'm disappointed now.
I want to start every match too.
And as I say, the team will win.
Yeah.
So if the team did all probably under Nila, I'd probably say Nila under one lock, then you can probably say okay.
Yeah.
What about
the part where the coach wanted to put him on and he refused to go on? That make it worse now, you know?
That is the thing. That's what I said. Even in that case, once the team win, you're not supposed to have a problem. If the team was losing now,
yeah,
fine. I said, the team will lose, I mean, if Cristiano Ronaldo can make a difference than a 5 minutes they want to put me on. Then now you can probably even, we don't have to run publicly either, you know. Yeah, the scene, rough up the court and say, coach, you can style that, right. You get me, I say, because at the end of the day, respect do no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
You get me, I say, all right, that's for Cristiano Ronaldo. Realize you come and pretty up Gerard thing, you know. If a Lampard, the first thing I say Lampard can coach, and you come and pretty up Gerard thing, nice.
No, man, Lampard did have a much bigger team than Gerard, man. Don't try that.
Huh?
Lampard did have a bigger set of players than Gerard, my boss. Don't try that, Stero King.
No, you mean in terms of ego?
No, man. Does the Lampard team come back and win Champions League?
Yeah, I want big coach after that.
No, it don't matter.
Yeah, of course,
we are talking about Lampard and Gerard. The team that Lampard had. The team that Lampard had and was fired from run at Chelsea. Far bigger team than what Gerard have run at.
No, that's what I'm saying to you, Maverick. It boils down to Egan and someone, the man they like Rodiger and Gerard, you know. Them feel like say probably Lampard almost the same age.
It don't matter, man, but a bigger team. It don't matter, a bigger team Lampard did have.
You realize the team Lampard used and finished fourth. You realize that? You always put the thing into context in a Madrid. I know, remember say Lampard.
Remember say Gerard and Lampard we are comparing now, you know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lampard first stint at Chelsea. He never get no Eden Hazard to coach. Right? He can't sign a baller. He must rise up me some more. You know, put the thing into context.
Don't do that, man, Stero King.
What do you mean don't do that, man?
We are trying to compare the Chelsea squad when Lampard get fired with this one, Aston Villa, my boss.
No, well, I'm not doing that. You remember, you know, you have some worship who agree with you as a Stero King and do that. But I'm saying...
That's not what you're doing?
No.
Okay.
That furthermore, if you compare even the Chelsea team or Lampard just get.
When he get fired?
No, not when he... No, that's what when he just get married. You remember when Lampard just come and Chelsea?
Yeah.
Remember, so we just...
That's in the band when you couldn't buy nobody, right?
So we couldn't buy a ball.
Right.
You get me? I said, remember, fourth place Lampard finish, you know. Just probably goal difference, you know.
Yeah.
And at that point, you know, nobody has a Lampard can't coach. Remember, Lampard could know Reece James and Mason Mount and them, man. When Lampard have Tommy gave him a 15 goal, we get in the league, you know. And at that point, nobody knows the Lampard can't coach.
Right.
It's just that now, most of them ball I will get to sign them, Hakim Ziyech and couple of them, he never want them. But so we have money, we can buy them, we'll get them. And we say we'll get them, some of the money now get in the game. Rudy got the industry like that, right, bigger than the club. You know, it's a tough for Lampard. George, you know, say Lampard, but them something that really why my Lampard look bad, you know. This is not a matter of in court.
You're serious?
Yeah, tell them, Maverick.
We see we're not Everton right now, and him no better than Gerard on Everton.
No, but
that is a more even squad you are comparing now. The Everton squad with the Aston Villa squad now. And they must struggle around this.
Hold on. Why Lampard striker around Everton right now?
I don't know, my boss, but...
Hold on. You have to say even squad. I'm asking one question. I have to see you.
Hold on. The Everton squad the more equivalent to the Aston Villa squad? In terms of quality.
Aston Villa, furthermore, the man have only Watkins and the man have a Danny Ings. Them two man better than Neil Mopey right now, Maverick. Not do that something there. Believe me.
So you said the Aston Villa squad and the Everton squad not closer than the Aston Villa squad and the Chelsea squad where Lampard get fired with. And that's what I tell me, sir. Don't do that.
What do you mean?
Don't do that, man.
Maverick, no baller around Everton right now, you know. Probably the midfield alone. Neil Mopey them a baller.
What baller? What baller around?
Hold on, go ahead, me them a baller.
No more big baller around Aston Villa, my boss.
The man have a Danny Ings.
Cool, man. They shadow them, my boss.
You're right. You see it? Yes,
shadow them from them left. From Coutinho left Liverpool and shadow that, man.
The man have Leon Bailey, you know.
Yeah, well.
Jamaican prodigy, you know.
Yeah.
You get me, answer? Him Jacob Ramsey. The man have a decent little ball, better ball of Alex Iwobi. You open him a ball, that's cool, man. And he's remember the man tell Richarlison, you know. You forgot? Luca Dean, you see, Luca Dean when he used to have Everton, you know, around a stand I'm gone, you know.
Yeah.
Some no ball and really Everton.
So you say Everton, Villa have a better squad than Everton?
Right, no.
All right.
Right? That. Yesterday, no, Excelsior versus Champion.
Mismatch?
Well, if you want to have it, come here, I want to listen. Them change all the time for the match for Maverick.
Champion lost the game, what? 3-0?
3-1.
But they already qualified for the second round, though?
Yeah, man, already qualified, but...
Okay.
I think Excelsior defense to look 3, but... I have 3 players. They need to leg out the football and play as a team. And
where the game was played?
Excelsior, man.
Okay.
I guess but they actually won a Champion on a penalty, you know.
That's the goal of them score?
Yes, that's the goal of them score.
Okay.
And I think the third goal was Excelsior scored, the keeper of the season.
And this is the first defeat at Champion for the season, right?
First defeat, and a 3-1.
Excelsior lose a match yet?
No.
Okay.
We don't even think...
You know, creep up, man.
Yeah, creep up, yes, but...
You don't have the quality to challenge.
We need a forward.
Even in the Excelsior context. Excelsior pedigree team in a money company.
Yeah, man, we need a... I would say, you see the 18, the 11, and the 10, they have potential. But if you just play as a team and use them brain and leave the individual brains alone.
I get you.
Yes. Other than that, we see potential. I am a fighting spirit.
All right.
If you understand, they look like a whole must probably be meeting around at 16.
Because it's a seeded thing with them have now, yeah?
Yes, I mean, it's excess team must be number 6 at the moment.
All right.
You get any answer? So, who can knock bank up the door and step win the money cup? We don't see that team there. That the team actually young, so.
All right, Stero King. Make it shut on from this, you know?
All right.
Boom, bang. Notice Stero King knows about West Indies. Morning, Shakes.
Hey, Oral, morning.
Good morning, my boss.
Pick up Stero King.
I want to say something. Before the program done, I want to say something. Another contextual argument about this dancehall.
Oral.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Dancehall music, right?
And this is how you go, Shakes?
Hold on, let me start this one. Dancehall music. Why people don't come out and burn out Gallicism?
Gallicism?
Gallicism.
Because, why? Because probably it not do as much, it not as what? Not as extreme as the kind of violence and other illicit activity.
Guess what? Let me tell you
probably
something.
A bit immoral, but culturally...
I've been on this program before and I've said that. Listen.
Culturally, we embrace that, you know.
I know that.
Okay.
Right? And that's a key component
of the breakdown.
To the problems in society.
You think so?
Right? I mean, if I feel so...
you really think so, Shakes?
Hold on. Oral. What field am I in? Who do I deal with on a daily basis?
Well,
human beings.
So you deal with the
human beings that are in the belly, that go up all the way to just before they die. Right? And even when they die, we have to go and pronounce them. Right? So we deal with everybody. Right? There are too many times, Gallicism, the lack of family structure, right? The lack of education.
Yes.
You see those three things?
But things you got in, I don't know.
No, hold on. Me not go into them, you know.
You
but you see, but you see, until we address those things, it don't matter what you do with dancehall music.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't matter.
You talk about the family structure you talk about.
And
you say Gallicism is detrimental to the family structure, you think?
But it has to be. If one man get up and go and have baby with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women, if a woman is gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children and have 3 or 4 baby father, or sometimes 5 baby father, please tell me. Why you think you have, when you're driving in Kingston and you reach the stoplight, you have little kids that are supposed to be in school wiping your windshield?
Well, you got a point, Shakes.
What do you mean,
you do have a point. Yes.
Oral, listen.
Well, you see again, though, we can give the reason for it, you know. Because culturally, we embrace that. We embrace that, you know. It's not,
and guess what?
It's not seen as a bad thing for your man to have enough money.
And you see another key component that I just listed. The education.
Yes, man.
You see, when your government don't want your society to be educated.
No, but we don't know that, my boss. You substantiate that. We don't know that the government don't want the society to be educated.
So you don't want to do that. But guess what? You see, just like just like how Jamaica have a poor wage structure, a very poor wage structure, you know. In comparison
to other about the civil service. Civil service.
But of course I'm talking about the civil service.
Yes.
Right? It's poor. That's what the government is in charge of.
But isn't it down to affordability, Shakes?
Afford what?
Affordability.
So hold on. Me just hear a man. I just hear you and another man talking about corruption. Right?
Right.
Thank you.
So we don't have an affordability issue with why we pay low wages.
Oral.
You feel government maliciously not paying nurses and doctors and junior doctors and policemen and teachers more, my boss? So you don't think it's down to the kind of economy where we have and the kind of productivity where we have, my boss?
Oral, is madness you're talking?
No, man, don't do that, Shakes, man.
Don't do what?
So you are saying successive governments then deliberately refuse to pay civil servants better wages. They can't do it, but they deliberately refuse it.
You see certain things in society
that
man. People would have a problem with.
Yes.
You see, when you don't have a large cohort of people getting up and rising up about it, you will always be happy because you will always remain.
No, it's not a matter of happy shakes, but you have to be realistic about what you're saying.
Realistic.
You can't go around
even if you want to use another word and say be comfortable.
Not comfortable, man.
Not comfortable.
That is why people. Why you think so many people? Why you think so many people get up and migrate, shakes?
Hold on.
Why you think people migrate?
Hold on. So if the government was uncomfortable with the roof caving in at KPH, if the operating theatre not being functional.
But I am saying to you, shakes, isn't all of those things? Isn't all those things? Yes, all of those inactions.
They can't afford it.
All of them inactions.
They can't afford it.
They're not indices of inaffordability, boss.
Oral. The government of Jamaica has spent over $2 billion to do nonsense at the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
What kind of nonsense?
That I used to work, where people are working in trailers.
What kind of nonsense?
Containers.
What is the nonsense you're referring to? What is the nonsense you're referring to? To try to fix a problem for a hospital that has deteriorated over the years. So you call it spending money to try to fix a problem nonsense?
But oral.
I bet you come back. Shakes, I bet we come back on a sports, man.
Oral. Just because you get an engineer to come in and tell you that something can fix don't mean that it can be fixed.
Then what are you going to take for coming? Is a mace you're going to take for coming and come tell us this something can fix?
Oral. At the end of the day, you're still going to have to knock down the hospital and build it up.
Shakes, you're talking now after the fact, right?
After the fact,
yeah.
I suggest to you.
But to suggest to come here and say that, Shakes, man.
I suggest to you that
Shakes, look here, Shakes, hold on. You have to be more responsible than the things that you come on the public radio and say that. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to what I'm saying to you?
It's in the public domain.
No, but I'm saying
it's not some hidden secret.
No, man. What you said, what you said, fine. But I am talking when you come and express opinions. The things where you express an opinion.
But it's not an opinion, Oral.
You say the government do foolishness with the money where them spend at Cornwall Regional, my boss. That is your opinion.
It's my opinion.
Yes. That's the point I'm making to you. So you have to be
careful. What type of structure I grew up at? That I grew up at that hospital.
But when I asked you the foolishness, Shakes, you said they tried to fix something. Then if them try to fix something, a problem at the hospital, or you come now and declare it foolishness, my boss.
Let me ask you this. Many times when they fix a road in your community, you know, say it's foolishness then do because they leave a part unfixed. And you know that the road.
So you prefer the whole road dig up than fix a part of it?
Jesus, peace. All right, anyway, let's move to sports. It's all right. I think
you better go run on sports.
I suggest you do the simple research. Simple research.
No, we don't have this research with some of me I said to you, Shakes. Some of the things that you said,
Cornwall Regional Hospital, because you talk about affordability.
Yes.
That is absolute nonsense.
So what you say, Jamaica can afford to do all these lovely things and just choose not to do it? Is that what you're saying?
Cornwall Regional is supposed to be a type A hospital. We don't have many in Jamaica.
Right.
That's supposed to be the only type A hospital in the western region.
And because
you are telling me that the government can't afford it,
can't afford to do all that they need to do.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's move to sports.
So what are they doing then?
As I said, let's move to sports. The only type A hospital, we can't afford it.
And you're saying we can. All right, let's move to sports.
Let's move to sports. Christy. Boy, go and talk to Emily and Dr. Taylor and hear your opinion.
We talk to Dr. Taylor every day, man.
Okay, all right. I ask him about it.
I'm going to ask him about it, yes.
Please do, right?
But you have to be more responsible with some of the opinion that you express.
But oral, as I said, it's in the public domain.
No, man. Your opinion just put in the public domain a while ago.
Man say,
I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it.
Do you realize
Do
you realize that a gentleman was just on the air asking you a question? Name one source about what you are talking about, and you can't list one person.
When it says source, what you mean? The people who come on this program come talk about it every day.
No. He was asking for somebody that was
from official dom.
Yes.
So if somebody, so hold on. So you really follow up that nonsense with us. So if somebody from official dom don't say something, the narrative not out there. I'm not talking about football and cricket, man. I'll stop delving
what we get defensive all of a sudden?
No, but I am saying, Shakes, you are implicit in what you're saying and what Preacher was implying. If someone from officialdom does not come and make up an explicit pronouncement on an issue, the narrative is not out there.
Oral, the man was just asking you to list one, you know.
No,
that's
man, me not
all
listen.
he was doing.
You are suggesting to me that if somebody from officialdom does say something, the narrative don't exist.
Oral.
So it's official, it's public officials drive the narrative, my boss.
Oral.
Narrative driven by forums like these, you know, Shakes.
Oral.
Yes.
Thing about the radio thing.
Yes.
I have no problem with it being banned on the radio, but guess what? Most young people don't even listen to radio.
I've been saying that all day.
To begin with, right?
I've been saying that all day.
Don't think that I have to take a particular narrative, right? I am not.
But if we're talking about narrative in a Shakes.
Take it off the public ear, no
Shakes,
problem.
But Shakes, if we talk, Shakes,
that is not going to change
Shakes,
anything.
If we talk about
Shakes,
if you talk about narrative in a Shakes, this position here, hosting a radio show, is one of the best seats to be sitting in to judge when the narrative there, you know. You accept that?
Hello?
You accept?
No, man, I'm hearing you.
They ask if you realize that sitting here and interacting with callers from the public sphere every day is one of the best seats to judge the narrative. You don't think so?
It can be the best.
It's one off, me say.
Oh, one off.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm interacting with the public daily. Different members of the public daily. So we're in a position based on the interaction with random members of the public to judge what the narrative is.
So let me state this.
Yes.
You don't have that many callers to judge it.
What you mean? Then, boss, you me says that 1,000 people don't understand talk to us say Jamaica says.
No, me know that.
Okay.
Know that.
All right.
But at least
you can't tell me that.
At least
if we talk to 40 people if we talk to 40 people for the week, Shakes, that's a number where we can use as an.
All right, which one will be more accurate?
What?
Which one will be more accurate?
What?
The survey that entails more people.
Obviously, the more people, the more.
Thank you.
The more accurate the narrative. But don't tell me say I don't have a platform to make a judgment.
Hold on, I didn't say that.
No,
hold on, you ready to ask you a specific question?
So when you and Preacher come and say who you hear said it,
Oral Jesus, I did not come on the ear and ask you who. Oh. I just said to you that somebody was asking.
Yeah.
Right? Because I share that same belief, you know. That yes, that is what is in the public domain, which is why I am here saying that, guess what? That's not the angle that we are supposed to attack.
Okay, sir.
We are supposed to deal with those other key components of society.
Yeah, we agree on that.
And once we improve that, then we will start to see changes taking place.
Yes,
right?
Sir. Yes,
but
sir.
until we have those things being addressed, the whole on the radio thing, that's so minuscule.
What you say? Outside of going into a field, right? Going into the field and doing an official poll. So doing a program like this, Shakes, offers more than an adequate opportunity, my boss, for judge the temperature of public opinion.
No,
issues.
Hold on, you misunderstand what I'm talking. No, sir, you misunderstand what I'm saying. Okay. I'm saying it's minuscule in terms of banning it off the air.
Or the effect.
Yes.
I agree with you on that.
The effect, that's what I'm talking about. Me not talk about.
I agree with that, but they have to do it. But they have to do it, though.
No, and that's why I say I agree with it coming off the ear.
Yeah, they have to do it, man.
Right? Because guess what? That is public speech.
Yeah, man.
It's just like how they ban smoking in public.
Yeah, man. They have to
Even
do
though
that.
on the cigarette pack it says that smoking is bad for your health.
Yeah, man. And that not stop people from smoke cigarette. I understand that.
And you can't stop people from smoke cigarettes.
But you have to ban it in public.
But you have to ban it in the public sphere.
We are on the same accord here.
Thank you. Right?
Yeah.
A little bit on the CR7.
Yes.
Totally disappointed in him. But guess what? The club is to be blamed. Right? It's simple. If you know the man wants to leave, let him leave. Right? Just let him leave. It's simple. Even if you have to pay off the man to leave.
Why did Ten Hag, insist that he stayed the other day when he wanted to go?
Good question. Because at the end of the day, you would have known
that going forward, this man not going to be a part of your plan.
That you want to play, right? the style of football that you want to play is not the style that Ronaldo can play at his age, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with more youngsters. Not only that, looking back at his Ajax team, he didn't really have any old people in his team.
Right.
So you can't come to Manchester United, and say, "Oh, I'm going to try." When he never did that with his Ajax teams, his Ajax team that reached the semi-final, that lost out to Tottenham that year with the Lucas Moura hat-trick, right? That
all right,
team was a baby team.
Shakes, we get somebody else, man. All right. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Jah Mikes. Morning, Jah Mikes.
Yes, sir. Morning, sir.
Yes, Jah Mikes, morning. Is this the Jah Mikes I know? Are the Jah Mikes I see under this? I know you.
No, man.
Different Jah Mikes. All right, Jah Mikes.
All right. Long time listener, first time caller.
Welcome, my boss.
Yes, sir. Do you remember what happened to Chris Gayle in 2009? Right? When you were speaking the truth and the West Indies bash him and they don't want to play him none at all.
2009?
Yeah. During 2009, between 2009 and 2012.
Right.
2011.
Right.
Yeah. Because of him coming out and speaking the truth, West Indies don't have nothing to do, no have to play him none at all.
Mm-hmm.
No Sherman Etmire.
Mm-hmm.
West Indies, I beg him no, he can't come play no, and he refuse,
Yeah.
I say, it is the same situation. I say, look at that. People don't have this deal to play for West Indies again. Everything they think about is money.
Yeah, well, by and large, you're right. But even then, though, even with all of that said, is Scotland and Ireland and Zimbabwe will play against my boss if we beat them team there? You don't think so? You don't think so, Jah Mikes?
Yes.
Even if it's me and you go out, they go play my boss. You're supposed to beat them team there. Them team they're supposed to eliminate you from a major World Cup tournament.
No, because when you look at the World Cup squad,
yeah,
I was saying to some of my friends that Myers shouldn't even play because in the CPL,
Kyle Myers.
Kyle Myers.
Oh God, man, Kyle Myers was a pretty good. Was pretty good going into the tournament.
No, man. In the CPL, no, he was going down,
Yeah, man, but
in the few couple of matches, we play down in a back end,
Mm-hmm.
Him never make no run, and him bowling half.
Well, I don't know why them can't go bowl in the first place.
It is the first wicket in tech.
I don't think this thing with him and the bowling. I agreed about the bowling, but he's been pretty effective in the power play. In the power play, man. In the games leading up to the tournament.
I was so shocked last night when we did watch the game and see the type of batting because they know say man a bowling ball wide, especially spinners them.
Yeah.
Try to do something else now. Because it's a good batting pitch,
Yeah. Look how Ireland win easy, man. You see, if you don't watch the match, you don't realize how comfortable Ireland win the match, if you don't watch the match,
Simple.
You don't see the score, you realize, okay, pretty close game. But Ireland win the match, easy breeze, my boss.
Easy
breeze. Ireland batsmen, they showed much more skill and guile and very creative in them stroke play. West Indies bowling attack supposed to be not all that bad in my boss. But they were just tired with the bowlers, my boss. Sterling just has tired with the bowler, them, and the captain tired with the bowler, them. It was embarrassing, man.
But Mr. Roy, say, somebody need to get fire for this.
Yeah, man, somebody have to head off a roll, man.
Somebody need to get fire for this.
Whether is it the coach of the white ball team, Phil Simmons, who has not been impressive in this format, or is, I don't know, after the last World T20, I think we did fire the selector, them, because they would carry Gayle and Bravo them for farewell. And next thing we want to say, too, now that we get knocked out of the World Cup, and I mentioned about Raymond Reef and Cottrell and them this morning, me prefer lose the World Cup with Andre Russell and Fabian Allen them in my boss. I don't know about the next man. Me prefer lose the World Cup with Andre Russell out cheap. Seeing that Fabian Allen out cheap, that Raymond Reef is slung in the pavilion. I just that my thing going into the World Cup. And now that we're out, may I say the same thing?
No, but all right.
It's a sorry state, Jah Mikes. We're not sorry state, my boss.
You see, he come back round now, you know. What Chris Gayle did in 09.
Yeah.
Speaking out against them.
Mm-hmm.
And simple thing because the man attacked too.
Mm-hmm.
And they stop the man from play for West Indies. When the man go down at IPL, he start make back his name, everything.
Yeah.
And the fans were demanding.
So who you say speak out against them now, this time? Edmire? Edmire?
No, man, Edmire not speak out because at the end of the day, Edmire just refused to play.
Right. But who you equating what Chris Gayle did with Noah to the team now?
No, man, Chris Gayle was talking the truth about the West Indies, you know, how they might treat them or something, you know.
How you mean? Me don't remember that incident there, no?
You don't remember the incident?
What was he talking about specifically?
No, man, he was talking about the court, the
board?
The board. He was talking about the board.
Them time when them a war with Dave Cameron?
Yes, and them didn't like it. And they stopped him man from play.
Okay.
They stop him man from play. When the man go down at IPL, the man making him and he fans them.
Mm-hmm.
That ball for him.
Right.
And that's what West Indies carrying back, you know, because of the fans them.
Yeah.
But nowadays fans them, everybody just lock them out.
But nobody know the free ball for me, boss. Who did the free ball for? Edmire them we don't want to play?
No, but you have Russell.
Oh, Russell, okay. The man must say Russell never come a CPL come show no great form. Plus,
no, but
he hasn't played for the West Indies since the last T20.
No, and this is where...
That's the problem that people have.
But this is the thing now, West Indies is going wrong. Not because it's a CPL, right? And somebody come into the tournament, right? They perform well. But at the end of the day, CPL is not such a big thing like the Indian Premier League.
Yeah.
And these are where I think the selectors go wrong.
But to be fair, my boss, to be fair though, me don't tell you already, say me not going to no T20 World Cup without Andre Russell, a man who is arguable over the past decade, the best T20 all-rounder in the world. And a matter of principle, me not going to no World Team. Me we go down, they go lose with Andre Russell. Me not carry some fool man like Raymond Reef. I go no T20 World Cup. But in fairness though, you can use the IPL to judge the form of the players going into the tournament. Because the IPL, the CPL, because the CPL finished fairly recently. You understand me?
No, but the CPL don't have the quality bowlers. Like
that's why you have to make runs in a CPL, brother.
No, but at the end of the day, you see, I know the West Indies, because it's a short tournament. You say that the man there make runs and you have to pick him. Just like Raymond Reef. And
the biggest waste up, man. Me not stop beating him.
He better than he pick Cornwall to go down there.
Yeah, to me, better than me pick Russell. I mean, what Russell can do on them stage. I mean, I know what Cornwall can do on them stage.
No, but
I know what Raymond Reef could not do.
No, but at the end of the day, if you go pick Raymond Reef, if you pick Raymond Reef, you better you pick Cornwall.
No, my boss. Prefer pick Russell. Me don't know what Cornwall can do on them stage either. Me know what Russell can do. Me see what Russell do in a T20 cricket all over the world. That's a tried and proven thing, you know, my boss. They might carry Raymond Reef and we never play a T20 game yet. And Cornwall, we can't run from yesterday to this, so I'm not sure about that, my boss.
No, but at least...
But me I carry Fabian Allen, who are the best fielder in the world, and me I carry Andre Russell, who not too long ago was the best all-rounder in the world. Me no business about no farm. Them man, they go. That's in my book. Especially when my options are Raymond Reef and when me carrier, me I carry Russell and Fabian Allen, my boss. And me I say that from them drop them, me I say that. Big up yourself anyway, Jah Mikes.
Yeah, man. Because West Indies cricket become a big joke, man.
Joke,
so
man.
Big up yourself.
Joke,
yeah, man,
big up. Headache, joke. We'll go for a break on the Sports Explosion soon. Welcome back to the Sports Explosion. We're live on Hits 92 FM. Where we going to Garfield? Take one more. Jeremy, morning, Jeremy. Morning, Jeremy.
No, not Jeremy.
Jeremy.
No, this is Patrick.
Oh, Patrick. Morning, Patrick. What going on, my boss?
I'm there, you know.
All right.
I don't much want to talk about football, you know. I want to talk to you a little about what you and Preacher was discussing this morning.
Yeah, all right.
Oral is a man in the street. I'm a taxi operator. Right? And there are some things I support I don't believe that those kind of music can be played on the air.
Should be played on the air.
Right.
We agree.
Because and I will go further to say that I'm not going to say that it is a major contributor
to crime.
To crime and violence. But it has a role. And has played a role. It also contributes oral to the breakdown in the moral fiber.
Values and the morals of the society.
Yes, man. Because right music, for me, park is the oral.
So music will depend on uphold the morals of the moral fiber of the society.
No,
that's a mistake. That's a mistake we're making, you know.
True.
Patrick.
True.
And them kind of something now, me have a problem with.
The whole
people want athletes and musicians and people to grow them picnic for them. If we stop it, my boss, people must be more responsible.
And I will agree with you that the home.
Yes, sir.
There is a breakdown in the home.
Yes, sir.
But oral. It once we had the village used to raise the child. Remember?
Yes, I know that cliche.
I don't know if it's a cliche, you know.
Well, I know that saying.
Because when I was growing up, me just a whistle, you know.
Yeah.
And see the big my neighbor come or the man who live up the road. Me just a whistle, you know.
Yeah.
They think me could have whistle past him, but get all the ears as. And me can't go and go tell my mother, say,
you get the next one if you go tell her.
Uncle Oral give me an ears as. Because they say, you must do something
wrong.
why Uncle Oral would have give you an ears as.
Yeah.
And me would have get maybe the other ears tear off too.
Yeah, man.
Now, if Uncle Oral try that,
no,
I tell him all the things that he need to do.
Yeah, man. About him parents.
All of the things and the parent mother will pass out from 1920.
Yes, sir.
And I'm saying that because of the music, what I have seen, so them come in my car and them come with all them CD.
Yeah.
And want me
you
to
serious?
create.
Wait, so when them come in your car, them carry them CD?
Yes. You think a joke thing or a driver play this now? I mean, no.
At first, you hear that one there. You never know that, brother.
Yeah, never know.
No.
Them walk with them CD.
Now, me say, you look at music when them play.
No, man, can't hear what me know. Me good at the pan love 101 when I play. Sing Jesus love the little children, all the children are do. Them no want to hear that. And I have seen, and sometimes me and the little man catch up, you know, he might tell me about my parents, you know, but I care zero. Because the quality that he plays there, when you look and see the school children them apart, and them stop because the music nice them. And when you look at the content of the music video, or the only thing missing out of some of the music video there is a literal gun.
No man, they gun the wood for gun in the music video. I want to,
but they have tried it and them kind of getting in some trouble.
No man, them still make them. Them still make them.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Patrick.
Show me gun.
I don't know which era you come from.
Yeah.
But when you were a youngster, them you where you carrying your taxi now, when you were their age, your parents and your uncle up the road, they used to condemn the music where you used to listen to.
Yeah, but it
don't.
Because
them used to say, what kind of rubbish that you listen to? The society we don't have no future for them music that you listen to. Don't.
But for the most part, the music was
I know it used to happen to me.
Suggestive.
Yes.
The music was suggestive.
Yeah, but back in them time it was
you could have applied to it.
Back in them time it was equal, but it was equally unacceptable though, Patrick.
Yes, because remember, you know, them are Christian, you know. So that are for them thing. So we're not just looking at that the music must be Christian.
Back in the day when Yellow Man and Shabba Ranks and them man and Ninja Man them General Echo them go brawling with things. In a them time it was equally no man. In a them what? In a them time
Patrick, where the man I say.
In a them time my boss it was equally
it was all many thing left to see.
Them music they were equally them music they were condemned even more than them, I know, my boss.
Yes, but the content was not as bad.
The era, everything not changed, Chuck, man.
The content was not as bad because we were looking at the people who were Christians and have them Christian values and society. The societal was totally different. As me say, we couldn't do certain things as children and get away. Now the children are pass and when them are pass me, them are tell a friend, say, hey boy, whatever. And if me see me going to one shop, I mean hear one cartel song, you know. Say, every time whatever is like Christmas. I mean think me like an idiot, a big man think I'm not. And the little girl phone, me talk about one little about 13-year-old, 14-year-old girl phone ring. And the real thing me hear at that ringtone.
Yeah.
My mouth lip dropped down.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe that the real song I say.
You know, I think a lot of the issues we're having still are just simple generational issues, you know, my boy.
The generational
it's a generational thing. It's just that the older people kind of unaccepting and they're not in line with what. But that's natural something that, you know, we just think, as we say, if every person now of your generation, Patrick, think back to when you were a teenager, my boss. The things that you were doing, the clothes you'd wear, the music you'd listen, the parties you'd go, they were equally condemned like you are now condemning the next generation.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing. We're not realizing what we're doing.
But if we were to put them in a scale, it would be chalk versus cheese.
Yeah, well.
Because there were songs that they were licking out again, but the content was still could be played.
No man, no man, Patrick man. Some of them something that we were talking about back in the day couldn't play, my boss. You mad?
No
man. Some of the things they were Yellow Man and Shaban and Ninja and General Echo and them man they used to sing. Couldn't play on no radio station nowhere, my boss. You mad?
No. Or
they
were not as bad. We never have no song where I say take him, you know that cartel song there. Because them you can't play the right thing.
No, you can't sing it. All right, my boss. All right, big up yourself, Patrick. Blessings. Right. Full Style Friday.
All right.
Oh, look here, give me 30 seconds, Garfield. Me have to say this. This, as it relates to this particular issue. Garfield, put on your headset there. Let me talk to you a little bit. You have played music in this business for years now. You're the right man for me to co-host this morning. Because there's a lot of, you see, a lot of the arguments are being skewed a particular way. Garfield, you know me as a party man, right? Me go party and me go dance and them something. When you go to party, when you are playing music on the radio, you play on the radio, what percentage of the songs that you play are, let us say they get banned now. Since the other day, they get banned, right? You have a shift on the radio where you play for like 4 hours or 3 hours or something like that. You play an assortment of songs, right? What percentage you say of the songs you played or you used to play up to last week when the band come? What percentage of them songs you have to stop playing?
None. Because remember, sir, the songs them that they ban.
We did ban them already.
Yeah, we never did that.
All right. Me say that. When me go dance and me go party now, when you listen to the narrative, you know, because you know, some of them people that don't go nowhere now, we are running up them out.
True that.
See, the majority of the songs you play in a party and dance, I know them songs that we don't matter about it.
No.
The vast majority of songs we play in a party and dance is what them call quote-unquote uplifting songs, you know, my boss.
True that.
Me they are one of the biggest hardcore dancehall party them over the holiday the other day. And the amount of Dennis Brown and Gregory Isaacs were dropping at the party, you know, my boss. And that wake up the party the loudest, you know, my boss. See? And then you have your other segment where you have the girl, them a party. Then your Lego, the bird, and all of them something. The majority of the song them play in a party and dance and them something there. It's not them songs where the people them kill up themselves about.
And the songs them where them kill up themselves about.
Yeah.
A song the people go listen on YouTube.
It's a huge minority.
Yeah.
And even the kids that are listening on YouTube, you know, they also listen other songs, you know. All right, the songs that they are complaining about, it's just maybe it's a small proportion of the wider music collection of the people who listen to music, you know.
Yeah.
That is how sophisticated people are in choosing what them listen to. It's not one set of things people listen to. And they're also making another broad brush statement like, these are the songs where people are produced now. Only for other songs are produced now. We are singing about other things. We are singing about positive things.
Yeah, man.
We don't make it like that. Because two artists prominent, one of them sing some song about Mali and about Ray and Tay. It's that alone a produce out there. Not go so. And it's not that alone a playing at the club them and at the party them either. And a lot of people we are make nice about that something that don't go nowhere. They don't know what is happening out in the streets, my boss. Anyway, when we go to the Explosial Segment, right away.
Welcome to our Explosial Segment.
Coco legend, yeah. I'm telling you this, man. There's so much artists out there sing about love. Much gospel artists out there sing about Jesus Christ and God and love. And how much of them are tell if you sell all they have and give money to the poor. But guess what, go on? And not that the youth them are see. So the youth them not take on to that. So, I show you say now, the man that we are sing the song them want to say, I make the youth them do what them do. Other songs out there, so why the youth them now follow them song then? Since that song so influential. Why they want to take on to the bad things? Most of them we chat at some people, some youth grow up on the veranda and play with some little soldier man plastic toys. When we grow up in the street like we were full veranda at the roadside and we have to build our own ties them. We have to be resourceful. That's why we can chat sound and come talk about a song make youth do what them do. No. Children live what they learn. So if we ever say these are generation of vipers, it means that where they learn them and live. Get me and say, who brought them up, make them become the generation of vipers. Who was them I say? Yeah, man.
Hits family, big up. Mr. Tracy, producer, everybody. Kabla here. Yeah, man, Mr. Tracy. Me talk about the music yesterday morning, you see. But if you understand, say, boss, the song where the man them sing is also a contributing factor to crime and violence. When we used to listen, grow up and listen Shabba and Ninja Man, they sing about 1 hour second, blah, blah, blah. Right? We never used to accord them things, the boss, because we used to be a disciplined set of youth. Them are youth and no discipline, so they don't do anything. So when them hear a man sing a song, them actually accord the thing. As I say, it is a contributing factor along with the system, the society itself. Yeah, so because society corrupt, so they might do them thing, and them not get no discipline. So all of them things there's a factor, but I agree with the pioneer that say yes, them man. If you look on it from that angle, don't be naive, boss, man. I make it look like say, and in our contribute to what me. And that's what I say. Anyway, big up the show. West Indies, betting them for withdraw from cricket, cause them not go on well. Couple here out.
Morning to the Sports Explosion crew, yeah man. Fortis Desert from out of Wisconsin. You asked the question this morning, Lakers or West Indies? Which one more? Walkless? You know, I think we need to sign up this West Indies team to include management too, you know, to a new sport I'm saying push here in America. It's called slapping. Yeah. Where you shot a man a box, the man shot you back a box, and you keep boxing each other until one want to surrender. Yeah, I think of the sports we need to sign them up for. Tracy, check out the sports and tell me what you think about it. Is this really a sports? Tell me what you think about that, Tracy.
Yeah, morning time oral, morning time producer. It's a government here. Oral, as regard to the West Indies side. Right now, oral to me, them players are not really have the interest like the farmer players them. See, in the past, them not have that passion there. Right, to me, them is all about money, them a program. See, and then now, them not sure that drive there with them for sure, oral. That interest them. Anyway, oral, it would be Steven Gerard, but didn't know him all get fire, you know. But they make for said in my voice note yesterday. And next manager where likely to get fire too, a Brendan Rodgers. You understand me? But me I watch that one there out I can now my eye. See? Right now come oral, come weekend, yeah. We're gonna take another 3 points, you know. Liverpool forever, you know. Liverpool for life, never walk alone. You understand me? But as we say, we didn't know Steven Gerrard they'll get fire.
Morning Sports Explosion Day. World, Garfield. World, so I tell you about, me check say, the Messi fanatics them, the reverse on the Ronaldo and them. But trust me, man, no, me I say the Ronaldo fanatics them dangerous to man. The Messi fanatics them in I see them both, brother. Here's something when the man them attack and them don't know nothing, you know. Me see that long time, you know, say Tenag they try bring on, they make him, want him come on the field in the bridge, and the man no want come on. You understand? And then storm down, and none of them don't know what going on, and just shut up them mouth, brother. You understand? Well, yesterday, when me I tell us about more West Indies to win, because I just work more than nothing else in the world. You know that, you know. Because them can't beat Scotland. You said that yesterday, them can't beat Scotland. How them going to beat Ireland? I said the man them put on 200 on the board, and Lord God world, the man them cannot bat spin bowling. No care what kind of spin bowler the man them a face. Them cannot manage a spin bowler, brother. I don't know why. And I make the statement already, you know, say every year in the regional cricket, you know, the spinner them take most of the wicket, you know. So not even all the media can spinner them can't bat. But the man them the radiate, man, I tell you, say Evan Lewis not for play, the man look out of sort. You understand me? I say the man look out and me tell you say me as enough for open, brother. And the man them Jack Brooks. Where them Jack Brooks are? You know, joking thing. Well, me stop watching when the first 3 over ball, you know, I want 30 odd runs off, 20 and 30 odd runs, the man them gone. Me stop watching, you know. Yeah, man, me lock off everything, man, and go on my bed, man. Because I say, me nah lose no sleep off a rest in this bedroom. You understand me? I say, boy, just enjoy the weekend here. So, Coco Legend, anyway you're there, no big up yourself. Banner out.
Morning world, morning to the producer, morning to all of my listeners, them Sport Explosion, you know a thing going on. Tommy from all time I check in, you see it. World Liverpool are sharp, no, man, you don't look good. You don't look like you're ready for your thing, like you're still take a contender, don't you? Know a thing going on, gonna see life, you know, you see me, I just check where I check in, because you know a program going on, you understand? Friday morning, Every time them look up Arsenal, them see, man. Every time them look up 3 points. Yeah. Big up on yourself, you know what thing going on. And big up the whole of New Land, we have it locked. Yeah, man, out of Bertha shop, you know what thing go. Yeah, man.
Good morning, world, Chester. Zionston and this man. One more, you do still link up Danny Beckford, man, and find out what I want for the lighter Jack Sal, man. Every season the same thing. Them just a buy baller. I don't know how it work if at the Senton Federation or the club itself must install the light them. But tired for go a match on a Sunday and go sit down in a stand, go watch match in a hot sun. And man, I fear pay 1,000. Them days are done, man. A modern time now, man. Mount Pleasant are one of the richest clubs of Jamaica. And them have a nice stadium on the main. And you want to tell me say they can't install light. Every season are the same thing, man. It come out the sun hot up on Sunday more any other day, man. So I don't know how it work, but when I want you enlighten me about the situation with the light. Because this can't continue, man. It's bad, man. We need lighter Jack Sal, man. Up.
When you can see West Indies cricket, going back for Charles, or what that brother name? Rafford or Raymond name? Reef or Raymond name where sit down on the bench. A joke thing, when you left Andre Russell, Fabian Allen, Andre Fletcher, Rashford, Kemo Paul, who else? Shepherd. It's a joke thing. Me happy say them drop out of the World Cup. The best thing could have ever happened to them. Yeah, man. Who forget their money, get their money and go on their yard. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, Explosion team. Big up yourself. Oral, big up yourself. Issa here. Key, New Hampshire. You know, so I did Monday on my birthday, Oral Heroes Day. Yeah, man. Celebrate and thing, you know. But, you know, so I agree with Sheiks as a Montegonian. The hospital was in a deplorable state, man, tell them, and it was infested with whatever they say it was. And a years now, and them can't even say, oh, make 2 floor operational. They must occupy the housing quarters and them little place there. It's very bad, Oral, and it should have get fixed a long time. If it was in the corporate area, I'm sure they would have deal with the hospital already and fix it. And right now, it's a struggle which by them house people and things. You have that as your hospital. No, man, that don't look good, man. But West Indies, John, man, I tell you, are the worst.
That was our Explosial Segment.
They said West Indies are the worst. Yeah? West Indies are the worst. We'll try to squeeze some more callers. 920-2053, 920-6441. Marcus, morning. Marcus?
What, man?
Your time, my boss. What?
Me there, man.
Phone style Friday, you know. Wait up on your mind. What draw you out now?
Man, you make preacher talk. Be a foolishness, man.
Who? Shakes?
Preacher.
Oh, preacher?
Preacher talk half one chat be a foolish.
But the man is a preacher, you know. What you expect? Well. No, sir, I'm joking here, preacher. I grew up listening to preachers like preacher, you know, my boy. So, me understand.
With the music business, though.
Hey.
You know what contribute to crime and violence in our country?
Hey.
Society.
Why that broad?
Yes, man.
That broad, you know, man.
No, but don't look for it.
Hey.
Yeah, man, in the street.
Hey.
More man pick me uptown the music.
Well, more uptown youth are get involved in the music now, man. A lot of them are producers and all them something, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey. So most enough for the beats every year uptown youth are produce them, so.
Yeah, but basically, you know, no, with the music, no, because man, just came in and kill man long before man
start. Long time before man start sing about it, sir.
Eh?
Long before man sing about it. Let me tell you why I take that stance about the music thing, my boss. I believe in a total, well, I don't want to say total, but I believe in a freedom of expression, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, I feel art and music. See, like how the man around Hollywood and make them move with all kind of something. But also now, what happens now is that you also have to be responsible in that these things are made for adults. You see me I say? So that is why I agree with the band on the radio. But don't tell me, say, me as a big adult man, I go to party and you're going to tell me, say, me can't hear certain song because it's going to make me it's going to make me turn criminal. That is foolishness, my boss.
A foolishness, man.
That is irritating nonsense, my boss.
Yes, man. They don't make society people come back around to society people in the car.
Yeah, man. And don't equate it with a man where decides say I'm going to buy a Clarks because Cartel sing about Clarks, or a man where I go bleach him face because Cartel say bleach. We are talking about a major, we are talking about to turn your life from normalcy to criminality, you know, my boss. No singer can sing no song and no man go decide to do that, my boss. So don't stop talking foolishness.
A foolish car, what's that now?
That's a nonsense, brother.
When I'm a musician, come out and sing about they make a people also for polish and them. I take away money and I fix up the road. Who must view that the song they are going to do?
See, I say, yeah, we have to respect everybody's right to do them thing, you know, my boss. And you see, when we start going down a road, like we want to tell artists what them to sing about, that's something that's dangerous, my boss. Them soon start tell you what to wear and tell you what kind of woman to talk to and all them something. We just start go down the line and tell people, curtail people freedom of expression, brother.
When I'm an artist sing a positive song, who must view in get?
Yeah, well, there you go as well. Yeah, I mean, everybody this thing about positive song and negative song, you know, my boss.
No, because, yeah,
why man I go tell me, say no? A song where sing about the harsh reality in the garrison.
Exactly.
That is a negative song. It's not a negative song, my boss. It's foolish. It's a matter about negative song. It's a song where I reflect some negativity, but it's not a negative song.
No. As a responsible man and a youth now. Remember, me a particular talk about parents now. Which parents, which people you can't go live?
You can't look, you can't even look upon them much as you go touch them now.
Who must tell you Peter just be pitney man because slap on your parents go there and kill people.
You don't see video where they with the man with the little girl, my boss.
Exactly. So you can't compare. You can't compare in our 70s. And 60s and 80s to 2000.
Bridget, you see the majority of people who listen to dancehall music and love dancehall music, my boss. Them go on the dance or them put on them headset or them play it on YouTube and them listen to music for them recreation and then them go do them normal life. Go do them normal thing.
Right now,
you see me I say? All of these people who are perpetuate or something, you know, them are going to tell you say dancehall music don't influence them, you know, but it influence some other man around the corner when not intelligent like them. Is that way that them are raising the thing, you know?
Right now, they may give me a cartoon more preach more violent. Now,
we never reach one of the game them yet, my boss. We never reach one of the game them yet.
But one quick point.
Yeah.
West Indies cricket, man.
Lord have mercy.
So me ask you a question now.
Eh?
One piece favor for West Indies cricket.
The who?
How the man them down the island now say nothing?
Because I feel them boss are run it.
Oh, as we work up now, the man go and just put a first round. Me not hear no man at
Ricky Skerrit. What to press? I that long time. I hear Mr. Skerrit say nothing, you know. Man quiet. Man quiet like a lump.
One team man them down the island. As we work up now, the same man them go. I 60 of a World Cup. When they feel he say, boy, I just new administration.
Yeah.
Then they pick up one whole for old man.
Go down at the first T20 and lose again. And come back this time again now.
What Evan Lewis doing? Evan Lewis don't make 30 runs in a CPL, you know?
And you say a farm, you pick man off. You say, when the man in a farm, they drop him, say him no fit, you know.
Exactly.
And the man in no farm now, and they care about the man, and that man don't look no fitter than him was them time there, you know.
Evan Lewis, Raymond Reefer, Catchwell, Carrier.
Joke thing, my boss. Go and take one more here.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy your weekend, you know.
Yeah, man. All right.
Harry Potter, with a birthday, imminent birthday coming up. A Potter.
Morning time, man.
Up it.
You know the deal. Big up all Explosion and big up all the fans.
Up top, boss. Up top. What go on?
Yeah. We're going to touch a couple of things because we don't have long, but we see we can. There's one fast thing from the music banding thing and the influencers. Yeah, you see, influencing other people, it can be easy somewhat if it has nothing to do with crime, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see, the moment if you go crime, my lad, the moment you go crime, a different bargain. So
a major thing you're going to know, brother.
You can influence people for bleach, for smoke, because really, I'm not really in a major crime.
I for buy clocks and them something there.
Yeah, Virgin, them think that's a simple thing. You see the moment you go crime now, it's very hard for your influencer one to do crime and have the intention there.
And that me try to tell him on them weeks so brother.
And that's why it's a small amount of people involved in a crime thing, my lad.
Exactly.
Wrongdoing is a small amount of people do wrongdoing.
Exactly.
And an easy thing, Virgin, you can, for instance, people play some ball today, you see me? But I like ball. So even though I have it to play today, it's easy to use, convince me, some from away.
So you're Potter, come and go play some ball, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because I like it, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and the consequences of playing ball is not huge.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
The moment now, when crime thing involved, remember, you know, my lad, you don't know Sir Adams, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard for you even influence me to look, crime thing, if not have intentions, I never know him, I never see it, no anything, but it's a ear, you understand?
Potter, you put the most intelligent interpretation on my argument to date, my boss. Much more intelligent than the for them man that we are running up the mouth, my boss.
You see the crime thing, my lad,
a different
the
thing.
moment they touch crime, a different thing. For instance, but I see the banning of music, I agree say it about influence people, but I say it has nothing to do with the crime part. Really.
There's a separate discussion.
Yeah, so if you want ban it for the influencer reason, then cool.
Remember, say me agree about the ban, you know, because you want to protect the airspace.
When I like with the banner now,
you
see artists, don't ball about the banner, become more creative, my lad. Broaden your vocabulary. You know what I mean? You still can't say that malice up there, you have to just find creative way. You see, someone go to the doctor, me just go to the farmers. You have to find the more creative, you understand? Yeah.
So sing about Polly. Sing about Polly instead of Molly.
No, I'm saying you just never say the way. You have to just think about other creative way of saying it. You understand?
Yeah.
So really, I'm gonna say I just better my point there. I'm say for you go crime and totally different. That influences
that is the essence of my argument, my boss.
Yeah. You see me? So over my team now. You see. I would say, yes, we understand everything we are going. I would say, we're not ball, not one bit. I work in progress, and I say, I want some stability, so we're willing to get things, some process. But with that said, almost everybody injured, my lad. You see, when you have one key man injured, that's a different thing. But it's when you have two key pieces where you do injured, that's a total different ball game again, right? You understand?
Right? Who out? Reece James, Thiago?
No, we never talk about Thiago, but I say Reece James out and Kante out for a minute. You see? Yo, Chelsea, we play without midfield, period. If the last 3, 4, 5 months or so, every game we have finished with 10 or 9 man, my lad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see, all right, you see, Georgino are the equivalent of leaving West Westbrook at 3 pointer line to shoot. You see me? No, like when West out at 3 pointer, they just load and say, let him shoot. You know, most time it now really going. You see, Georgino, it's as if every team we play with, I play another era there. Because he can't really defend nobody. So if you want to get isolated, but we not play with no midfield. Every team we get to go, every team we get a go.
Yeah, man, you this week.
Because we not play with no midfield. So when Kovacic play now, oh God, man, the man can't pass. Not Mr. Tracy, the man can't pass ball. None at all, bro.
Minimalist.
Yo, me ever hear you talk about oh, you play with Axel in Chamberlain and yo, me I tell my lad. Me hear some man talk about Fred and Max and me and them. Yo, betting. It's a Georgian and Kovacic. None of them man they can't play ball like none of them betting the way I talk about Axel and them man they betting. Me I tell you that. Yo, Tracy, me I tell them man every game at 10 and 9 man we are playing man longer than 2 man.
Come and teach us about man.
The man them don't contribute. Eh?
Come and teach us about man.
But I move around and
make some run.
Look like do something.
Make some run.
I move this year, make it look like I do something. But in end product them, Tracy man is a turnover machine, my lad. The man is a turnover machine, bro. The man that try some pass. Me say my boy come Kevin. You can't pass ball here. So you see, really, midfield, we want some midfield. So until you get some midfield, my lad, me understand where really, so you really go through the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, for the last 2 games, I squeeze with a 2 clean sheet, my lad, really. You understand? So we never 2 ball, but the result them, I don't see what takes place. We push up the midfield, we need to push up the midfield and get some official midfield, really.
But I enjoy the earth strong enough, my boss. Music
yeah, man, and as I say, man, play man for the same day with the icon, you know?
Yeah.
All
right, bless you, Harry Potter. Enjoy your earth strong this weekend, my boss.
All right, God bless him.
Up and running. Harry Potter checking the man say, Pele, man, for the same day with the icon. Not him born for the same day with the icon, you know. Pele. All right, that's it, you know. Garfield Hamilton. Next week again. Monday again. Today is Friday, so we have 2 days to rest and think and reflect on some of the things we believe. See, schoolboy football this weekend, Jamaica Premier League this weekend, NBA this weekend. So check it out, the Digital Sports Max app. Download it now. All right, that's it, you know.